Este es el link, ¿no? O sea, este es el link. I sense the Lord, I sense the healing soul, I sense the Lord. Hi,
Hello.
how are you? How is Nuria? Hi.
Okay. Thank you. How are you?
She's so cute. Oh my God. How is he feeling today?
She's happy.
This what?
She's very happy, but really cuddly. So when I put her down, she's going to uh, be a bit dramatic, acting a bit dramatic.
No. This is she's so cute actually.
Thank
She's
you.
the cutest little dramatic baby I know. How are you doing? How was the week? I heard it wasn't that good. You're dead.
On the one side, it was a little bit meh, but on the other side, it was actually good because I really saw God working. So I tried to keep up on that. So yeah,
Oh, really? How do you mean? How did you see God working?
it's a really long, difficult story, but um, um, when we got married, I really was. At first, he was also, yeah, coming to church and this and that, but then it got less and less, and we still went to church, but he wasn't like really involved anymore, and he was just going because he thought he must go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for me it felt like I was carrying all spiritual things on my own, and sometimes it was really mental. And he also has a problem with lust a lot, and um, we had a lot of problems with it because he um, he was, I don't know how to say it, I'm not mad or sad, but he had a really hard time, and it was his coping mechanism to deal with all the trauma and things from his childhood, and he never like learned to talk properly. This so he would do all the things behind my back, and every time I would find out, and I was like, "Yeah, why don't you tell me you have a difficult time?"
Uh-huh.
And he was too ashamed, and he was scared that I was going to be mad and stuff. And actually, Sunday we went to church, and I was against. He tried to look up something, but we have like block the explicit websites, but I still saw he tried to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in church and I was so sad. And we also had an argument because uh, emotional intelligence isn't very high. So he immediately gets defensive and tries to, I don't want to say manipulate because he doesn't do it on purpose, but he tries to make me feel like it was my problem, you know?
Uh-huh. Yes, yes.
But now I understand all these things and I'm not actually mad. I just try to help him a lot, but I couldn't.
Uh-huh.
And I was in church and I was really sad because all these things were still happening and it really affected also the environment here at home.
Uh-huh.
And I told the pastor because we also are good friends with him. He's still
Mm-hmm.
uh, young, you know. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry that it's this way, and I will go talk to Ryan and this and that." And after church, I went to a party of a friend of mine, and um, no, ben je aan het doen? Sometimes she's so quick. I'm so sorry.
No worries, I understand.
And I went to a party, so he was alone with her for like 3 or 4 hours, and I came. He It was like he was totally um bursting,
But
like everything came out, all the emotions. He started crying and he was
okay.
never seen it.
Wow.
He told me he was so stressed about work, and uh he felt really sad that he couldn't like keep himself together and defeat the things he's struggling with on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Sunday, every day went really well, and he also started talking a bit more, and um, it was, yeah, it was good. But on the other hand, it's still, I don't want to think like, oh yeah, it's all good now, because when it goes bad again,
Uh-huh.
uh, it would be a big, you know what I mean? It would be
Disappoint.
extra
Mm-hmm.
painful.
Yes, yes, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Is
I actually, it seems like a hard time for you guys, but I do think that it's beautiful that I can see all the love that you both have for each other and for the Lord, and how even if, as humans we are not perfect, but you are both working through it at your own paces, no? Because at the end of the day, you cannot really predict the pace of anyone.
no, that's true.
Uh, yeah.
And I think because he started working his own business as an electrician, but it's like a little bit of a risk because he's the only one earning money now, and he's really stressed and tries to provide for us, and but he often compares himself to his older brother who's 10 years older and has multiple enterprises. But I said to him, you only started for 3 months and you already have every week 6 days filled and you're doing such a great job. And he was sad because he didn't view it as that he already did a lot of good
Mhm.
things, and he was feeling left behind, even though he still just started.
Oh, okay, wow, yeah. He's really hard on himself, I can see.
It's stressful because he doesn't talk about it, so he just acts like it. But I don't know what's going on, and I ask him.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I think because he really got a lot of silent treatment when he was young, that's why
Mm-hmm.
he about his.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a journey for him. I totally understand him and I can relate to him. But I'm sure God will work through him.
Mhm.
Um, and actually, through both of you, I can see that you will have such a bright future together, and it's gonna be full of love and of trips and traveling. No, for real, though, I know I don't know why, but it's just yeah, you can see the love actually. And if you see the love, I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. So I'm happy that at least you got that. You know, we are in Thursday, so then it's the weekend. Um, and yeah, actually, I'm really happy that you are so I don't know, I guess you see people, you are trying to see him from God's perspective and being so compassionate and because it's true, it's like there is nothing to like be ashamed of with God as well.
And sometimes it's hard because it doesn't, at the moment, it doesn't seem like I'm receiving the same effort.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's really crazy because a couple months ago I would be really angry and I would like, yeah, you hurt me, and now I'm just like, you're very hurt, but it's not the way. But
Hmm.
yeah, fine. I really trust that God is working through us and we'll be fine. But um, it takes a lot of energy. I think that's the
Yes,
main.
yes,
So
that's
yeah, I am happy, but my body is just
drained, drained. I understand, I understand. I mean, it's gonna take a lot, I think, for you, but it's gonna prepare you for so many things, not just as a mother, but also as a you will have your own business, it seems. So like you already have it, you know? So I think it's just preparing you for so many new things.
it's
Oh,
tech
no worries. You know,
going.
sorry?
How is moving going?
How
It's
is
your last
you know
day.
today? I told them like I'm leaving the work, so I will send the termination letter. I did the vintage stuff. I want to see how I can do it also with my things, but I didn't yet figured out how to send it, but I will for sure. And then my plans change. Hi, Kaylee. How are you?
Hi. Good. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm in a car right now, so I can't show my camera.
No worries, no worries. But yeah, I was just telling Jasmina a bit of update of basically how my life is going. So like, but yeah, I'm moving. My plans changed, so it's no longer UK. Now it's Barcelona, and yeah, starting the business with my sisters. But I'm so excited. I think that's is God's will. It was never my will or my understanding. So I was like, oh wow, this is you can see God's work because you don't understand it, but you see something is moving. Okay. But how was your week, Kaylee, for you?
I've been sick, so I think I caught a little bit of the flu, and so I'm recovering now. But I had a lot of schoolwork. Sorry, I've had a lot of schoolwork. I
Hmm.
just took my final, not final. I took part of my exam for a seminar. Yes, 2 days ago. That went well, except for the fact I was losing my voice.
Oh,
But
okay.
and it was a presentation.
Oh, lol. All right. But did it went well?
It went, I think for being sick, it went well. But
Okay, that's good. That's
could have
good
done better.
enough. Yes. And
Yeah, it's been
now what are you doing? I mean, right now?
I'm right now I just dropped my friend off at school, so I'm waiting to leave because I have 5B, 6B senior study hall. So I go home and do more schoolwork, but not at school. Uh,
Oh, okay,
um,
okay, got it. It's all about the school now. Because
yeah.
you're gonna get
I'm
into the university, right? Soon.
yes. I already got in. I just got my schedule and now I have to call the college because they got my major wrong.
Oh, okay, okay. Hope that that's so random though. How did they get it
I'm not even
wrong?
there yet and it's stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine. I hope everything goes well. I hope it gets resolved quickly, I guess.
Thank you.
No, but I'm sure it will. Like with the university stuff, it's pretty quickly, no? When or not?
It's what? Sorry.
Like the procedures and everything, talking to them, it's gonna be really quickly to like, or
Oh, it's went pretty well lately. Like everything went well except for whenever I changed my minor, my major changed
Mhm.
to a major I will not want to do. I
Oh,
went from my original major was biomedical chemistry with a minor in biology. Then I
mm-hmm.
changed my major to um but oh no, sorry, I kept my major biomedical chemistry and I changed my minor to psychology. But for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, my major changed to biology.
Ah, okay, so they changed everything, but you didn't want it. You just wanted the minor change.
Yes, I just wanted the psychology minor with a major in biomedical chemistry, but I
Mhm.
registered for biology, so I have to
Oh,
get that changed.
okay, okay, got it. I mean, I'm sure over a phone call or something, you can get them to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, that's I'm calling them today to figure it out.
Nice, nice, nice. That's perfect, actually. You know, I
How
got
have
the
y'all?
same. Sorry?
Sorry, how have y'all been?
Yeah, it's been good. We were talking about how God works, even when you may not understand this sometimes. And actually, I don't know if you were in the disciples call today, but they were
I
also talking about faith warfare, I think it's called. Faith
A
warfare.
spiritual warfare.
Spiritual, yeah, sorry.
I know
Spirit,
I know you're talking about. Yes, I almost joined, but it's at 5 a.m. and
Oh,
I did not sleep well, so I couldn't.
don't worry. They were actually saying that basically, I don't know if you know what spiritual warfare means, because I didn't know
Oh,
before. So,
no, I know I've been through it. So
yes, yes. So they were talking about that because I think many people are going through it. And actually, I don't know if I should call that what I'm going through warfare. It seems like a big like a big word, but yeah, it's like when you are focused so much, I guess, on your circumstances, outcomes, struggles, insecurities, etc., that it will reflect on your faith, and you will feel distant from God, basically.
yeah.
And Richard spoke really well and said a couple of things that were really, really nice. Um, And basically, I mean, I took some notes, but also my take on it was like when you're talking to your insecurities and you're so focused on them, is when you are really engaging with the devil. Because as Jasmina, I think also said in the call that insecurities don't come from within, they come from outside, from like what society tells you and etc. And that's basically what the devil wants you to believe. Because God already told us like we are enough and we are a child of God. And for example, any insecurities that you may have for me was always like, wait, if I'm more slim, like maybe they want me, as for men, or something like that. Or like the insecurity of being a bad person just because someone told me and repeating me that. And it's like it's so external, everything. And if we focus so much into it, or just have a long conversation about it, that's just
ah,
the devil in the room, because it doesn't, it never makes you feel like better to talk about them. It's always, and it's also like at one point you're like, this is not me, like I cannot relate to, I wouldn't say this is Miruna, like she is insecure about her weight, or she is insecure she will end up alone, nobody will want her, like even her children. I'm like, what? Like that's not a person how you could describe anyone, right?
Yeah.
Especially a child of God. I don't think anyone, if they are living the truth of God and they are like, I am saved, I'm gonna be saved, and I'm gonna act like I'm saved, nobody
Yeah.
would like, yeah, think like that. What's your take on it? I mean, have you had this happening recently or anything?
Sorry, have I had what? Sorry.
No,
My
yeah, what's your maybe take on it or any thoughts you have on this about it?
yes. I don't really I don't know if I have a lot to take away. I kind of like it's definitely like I've experienced it with like past stuff and like I struggle with anxiety. I have anxiety, so constantly getting attacked by my own words going against me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I guess the main thing is just you have to stay, like you said, like if you're a child of God, you know what God says about you. You know, like you read the Bible, you know it says you are chosen, you are loved, you are a masterpiece that He created. So honestly, just staying in the Word, listening to music. I truthfully, I get more of, I feel closer to God when I listen to music. I read my Bible too. I try to read my Bible too, but like it's worship that gets me.
Mm-hmm.
And so listening to music that just constantly reminds me and stuff, it's just reminding yourself because if you don't, you will sometimes find yourself forgetting.
Yes, yes, I do agree on that. Like, I think humans needs reminders because we already know the truth and everything, but we have to constantly remind it to our minds,
Yes.
which is such a yeah, it's really. I mean, it's good because at the end of the day, we are human. And I don't know, Jasmina, do you have anything to say?
About insecurities topic.
Yeah, or about spiritual warfare. How it's been for you? How do you feel it? How do you know when you feel it? And then, yeah, how do you personally get out of it?
It's especially after I did something to grow closer to God, or if I make a video, or um, if we decide to start reading the Bible more, if we do something that glorifies God,
Mhm.
uh, experience a lot of attacks immediately, and um, I think also it's not always a bad thing because it also reminds you of
Yes.
how victorious God is, and also the feeling after you get out of it is encouraging to keep on chasing God. And um, I think it's hard to come out of the things because uh, uh, a lot of the battles happen inside of your head, and it's mostly for me personally me against my own thoughts.
Mhm. Yes.
Really helps me is to fellowship with other Christians and also to be honest about the insecurities, I think,
Hmm.
because when you talk about it, other people can share their experiences, and also it make you feel less crazy because other people experience the same things too.
Yes, yes, that's true.
I think it's important also, yeah, the common stuff is like to pray and to read your Bible, but also to gather with people, with other Christians, and talk about it, because you're not able to fix things on your own. You all always need God, and also the Bible says it's good um, to meet people who also follow Christ and also share um, same experiences.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I do have a struggle sometimes with that because sometimes even when I'm in when I'm in a call with some Christian men or something, like I don't know why, I cannot yet bring myself to open up about my struggles. And I'm working on that. But it's true, it's like you need community, and that's why I do bring myself in these calls and etc. Because I'm like, it's so important for you to do it. And it brings you
Yes.
closer to God. But yeah, it's something I'm still working on, let's say it like that.
Okay, it's a
Yes.
embrace.
Embrace the process.
Um, sorry, sorry, I'm letting it kind of to bounce off of that. Um, I've been reading this book lately that it's a mental health related book, but like it's written by a Christian psychologist.
Which
So, which book? I'm out to enter my room now and see. Um,
have a good.
The Garden Within is the name of the book, and it talks about basically it compares your heart to a garden.
Mhm.
It doesn't even compare. It just says your heart is a garden,
Mhm.
and you have to take care of it. So like to balance off, like you're also saying, like share with others. It's like also just being truthful with yourself. Don't ignore your feelings, because I
Mhm.
feel like we struggle with that. We'll feel like a little bit of shame from something, or like we'll feel like even get like angry at something, and that anger can like build up if you don't do something about it. Not like I'm not saying go
And
fight somebody, you know?
you know, also like society doesn't tell you to speak openly about it. That's why
Yes.
it's weird to do it. It's not natural.
Yeah.
Since you are small, they tell you like, don't cry,
Mm-hmm.
like, don't be
Yeah.
over excessive. We don't talk about the feeling,
Mm-hmm.
etc.
We should be able to cry. Like I'm not, like even Jesus wept.
Yes.
Crying is like such a way of releasing emotion. It's like you need to take care of your heart, because if you leave it unattended, weeds will grow, and like you also the more you listen to bad words, these bad seeds are planted in your heart and they grow and they become weeds and they eat at the rest of your garden. And if you don't take a minute to weed out it, and like I know it definitely hurts to weed, it hurts to pull out those like points. I know like they're traumatic for a reason,
Yes,
um
but also it's
but
so liberating, no? When
huh?
you finally
It's
allow yourself to,
yes.
it's finally liberating, and
Mhm.
it's not,
Yes.
you have to do it multiple times. Like it's not just one
Yes.
or
Mhm.
anything.
Mhm. So I was trying to like say the importance of just being true. Don't tell yourself you are happy when your heart's not. Like take that to God. Don't try to be the perfect person, because you're not. You know?
Yes. Yes, that's so true. And because I'm really good at like putting on a mask or like have fun, everything is well and blah blah. Because yeah, I think it's really easy in society to like do it
Yeah.
and come to
Hmm.
that. But it feels so empty, kind of.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
It's the norm, and it shouldn't be.
yes, yes, I agree with that. But I'm learning so much, I feel like I just turned 23 actually this Monday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you so much.
We're going
Sorry?
on Monday, right?
Yes, yes, on the 7th. 7th, it was Monday? I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
last Monday.
No?
Last Monday or next
No,
Monday?
no, this Monday.
It's the 14th.
No,
No,
April. The past Monday, the April 7th.
No. Happy birthday.
Yes. I can't sing my voice. I'm sorry.
it's okay. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Sí. Anyways, don't make it a big thing because I'm uncomfortable, but
Oh
um
my
but yeah, I feel like I'm turning 23 and I feel like I'm relearning how to talk, how to speak. Uh, like I'm being saved. It's like you feel like a baby again. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's feeling. It's really humbling, but like I think it's nice to have that feeling.
It's rebirth. Like
And I guess they also talk about it in like when you get baptized, you are reborn again by spirit,
Mhm.
not by
Mhm.
flesh.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so this is what it means. You are not reborn once, when you baptize. I think you have to like keep reminding yourself, I was
Yeah.
reborn. I'm a new me.
Yes. We all have we all have our moments where we slide back. And every time you get back to the top, that's when like it hits and you're like back to like trying to get back into that, like not, like, whether it be not cursing or, not indulging in certain things. But yeah.
Yes, for sure. I mean, for me, it's also like huge struggle with like speaking badly. No, it's like listening to the devil about most
Mhm.
about myself, and I'm like, hmm. This is not right. Why am I having like this long conversation of like, no, I'm not a bad person because I did this and this and this and this, or I'm a bad person because someone told me blah 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 blah. Like, it's like, why am I focusing so much on that? It never came from me.
Mhm.
But it's just reminding yourself all the time
Yeah.
and forgiving yourself. Like, I struggle so much to,
Same.
right? Because it's so hard. You're like, yeah, I'm forgiven, but God forgave me, but did I
Mhm.
forgive myself?
Another thing I've been focusing on lately, like not focusing on, but like it's been on my mind lately, and I don't know what to think of it fully yet. But not just forgiving myself, also like I live in a lot of self-pity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Instead of picking up like I'm gonna put this in the most like blunt statement. It's gonna sound terrible, but instead of picking up my baggage and moving on, it's like I sit there upset about what happened to me and upset with myself. And I'm like, I should not. Maybe don't. Because like I mean, it's okay to feel bad for yourself. Like again, like it's okay to like look back and be like, she was in a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
She done
Yes.
wrong. But like, I don't want to live there. I don't want to make my heart there because that's just like I'm literally just building my house in a valley, and
Yes.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do that.
Yes, yes, I agree, especially because um, I do agree that it's like you have to have grace for yourself, your younger
Yeah.
self,
Mhm.
because it's been through a lot, no?
Yeah.
I mean, I think all the girls, women, human beings,
Mhm.
society can bring you down and humans bring you down and they can crush you to the ground. But it's true that because it happens to me the same. Like when you engage with the devil will try to make it like you because when you feel sorry to yourself, you're already telling no to God when you don't appreciate the things that He did for you, no?
Yeah.
Um, and that's the devil. That's the devil telling you like, you know, you are special and you've been through this and this and this, and like they don't understand, and
Mhm.
you will never be understood and etc. when you already have like God and Jesus who did
Yeah.
so much. And that's
Mhm.
not, I'm not saying that in a way of devalidating anything, because
Yeah.
you don't, that's not the thing. But it's
Mhm.
true that you have to cut it because, and it giving you the grace of like, you know what? Yeah, I do victimize sometimes. Everyone does. It doesn't say anything about me. Because
Mhm.
I think sometimes the worst thing we can do is like putting it to ourselves. Like, because I victimize at this time, in this period, I'm a victim. Like, I'm a person who victimizes herself and blah, blah. And it's like, no, you're not. You're not. So, like, this is the devil. This is never from you. It never comes from you.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
it's like, and you gotta make, I think, the thing about life, you gotta be able to make fun of everything
Mhm.
and humble yourself by making fun of it. And I don't mean it in like making fun of the struggles you've been through. I mean it in a way of like, now that I struggle with this, and life is already hard for everyone.
Mhm.
Embracing learn.
Yes, yes,
I,
yeah.
but I think actually that makes life a bit easier because also I went to a birthday party on Sunday and it was really awkward because I didn't know any of the girls.
Mhm.
But I was like, yeah, I was trying to socialize and I only thought, yeah, if they think I'm weird, I don't care. I won't see them ever again. But I tried to do something different than the other times. And
Mhm.
the one girl said, "Oh, you're really social," and I was like, yeah, I'm just acting like it, but it's working out well. So wat doe jij nou? Dus niet.
Lol.
So I think sometimes we have to fake it until we make it, and it's not like the end of the day
Mhm.
if we make a mistake, or it's like learning and it's a part of life. And
Yes.
yeah, well, yeah, shit happens. So
Yes, girl, like one of my struggles, okay, I'm gonna be honest, like I formed this crush and I was taking it so serious. I was like, oh my God, like blah blah. And then it was like, brother, like he's not gonna be my husband. He's not my husband. I don't
oh,
even know this man. And so like why am I taking it so serious? Like I should be able to make fun of it and make
mm,
fun of, I don't know, like feeling guilty because you victimize yourself. You can be like, oh my God. Really, you can
Mhm.
whenever I victimize myself, I always think about this ugly duck, the scene when he goes to the lake and he's like, oh my God, I am so ugly. Nobody loves me. Sorry. But like
yeah.
it's true. When you do that, and maybe it's harsh, maybe this sounds wrong to do it, but like you stop giving me so much importance to things. That's so
Mhm.
bitter. At the end of the day, we can all die tomorrow. For real. We can
Yeah.
go to heaven. So like, mm, we should enjoy, no? Also, life is to be enjoyed. We all have
Mhm.
these goals. We all have this image of who we want to be, and we are not there yet. But life shouldn't feel like you're always chasing and never getting back, you know? Like you are never enough. You will never be enough because you always will have something to chase. So like
Mhm.
just to be, I don't know, God is already telling you like chill. You already have it. You literally already have it. Chill.
Good points.
Nuria, you are right.
I think she nailed it.
She nailed it. But yeah, I mean, I think for this call, that was it. Truly, like I didn't add anything else because
I mean, it's all very, very true stuff. Very true. I don't know why I hesitated there. I mean, it's true.
yeah, like I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, we should add a verse or something, but then I'm like, I don't know.
Sometimes you don't. I don't want to say sometimes you don't need one, but sometimes like just even talking is good, you know.
Yes.
Oh, but I resonated with that crush thing because I just oh I just got over a crush. Whew.
Oh, really?
Yes. I like okay, so I tend to like people pretty easily, but
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
it takes me a while to do something if I want to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And see, you know, when you hear God be like, you know what, I don't know about this one, but you're like, it's okay, God, because I know.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
but,
I
It's relatable.
but you don't.
no.
So I was like, you know what, God, I got this.
Yes, 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 it's true. I can change him. You know what?
It was even I
I
could
can
change him.
do it again. I was
He is
like,
a great thing is he's a great guy. He's a Christian, very, you know, well rounded. One of my friends, like I'm friends with him and like we get along really well.
mhm,
Um it's just I'm about to leave to go to a whole different state all the way like halfway across the country
Oh my days.
for college. So, you know, I don't yeah, I couldn't it's not like it was really plausible and I'm not up for long distance because I want to focus on God and long distance sounds like it's going to take a lot of effort um for me. And so I still kept going at it though cuz you know, why not?
Mm.
It didn't
it's,
end badly. I just got indirectly rejected and like, you know, reality kicked in and I was like, you know, what am I doing?
it's true, but like I think we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves. But
Yeah.
also, I don't believe in crosses if you're a Christian. You know, like I struggle with that, but I know like he's not the one. Also, because I don't believe like you would have a crush on your husband. I believe like you will just know.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. Facts.
And if someone has a crush, it means that it's never about the other person, it's more about yourself. Like, what are you going through? Because if you create a crush, it's like something to like gain over because you think that person is honorable. And if you think, sorry?
Facts.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, this person is so honorable, and if I win him over, blah blah, then it will mean I will be enough or something. It's something that you lack inside, at
I guess
least for me.
I I no, I can agree with that. I do a little bit different because I mean I've had crushes and I do believe Christians can. It's just based off past experience because also my parents had like they liked each other, they had crushes on each other, and they're very like Christian and happily married. Same with my grandparents. And
Oh,
so like I believe that Christians can have crushes, but I think you are right. A lot of us do sometimes have crushes in which we're more looking for something to gain.
mm-hmm.
But like I've genuinely like I've liked guys. Like the guy I did like now, like I didn't want to like him. I didn't like him because there was nothing really for me to gain. Like I liked him truly because whenever I was with him, I was like somebody I really like. I don't know. I was when I was with him, I felt like, I knew they're like Christian. I can feel he was a good Christian, and like how I was with him was also reflected like more Christian based release. Like I wasn't really doing anything against.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but yeah, then I did meant like the,
Yeah,
'cause
sorry.
I don't know, it's I meant it when because my kind of process was always I didn't know this person enough to like have
Hmm.
like him that much, to be honest.
Okay, no, I know what you're talking about when you just see a guy and it's a hallway crush and
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. It's like
yeah.
I don't believe Christians have that. Now you will like your husband for sure. Like that's a fact. But yeah, I do think that both